Did you know that Scottsdale, Arizona's home price average just hit over $1 million? Obviously, this can change depending on the neighborhood that you're looking at purchasing in, but this video is going to compare moving to Scottsdale, Arizona versus Queen Creek, Arizona. Let's get into it. Well, Scottsdale's home prices are quite heavier and higher than Queen Creek. Obviously, that's not the only thing that goes into actually moving to one of these towns. You also have to consider the lifestyle, the commute, and kind of just realistically where you like to live. So let's compare between the two and see which one may be right for you. Hey, I'm Josh, and I'm a mortgage expert living here right in Arizona, and I talk to people every day deciding on which area they want to move to. And today I want to compare between Scottsdale and Queen Creek because I actually live in Queen Creek myself. These two suburbs are booming, but they attract different types of buyers. Today I'll walk you through the pros and cons of each city so you can make an educated decision on where you want to move. Whether you're relocating from out of state or even just moving within state, it's very important to educate yourself on where you're actually going to put ties in a current city. I actually moved here in 2019 from Utah, and it was extremely important for me to educate myself to figure out what areas would be best for me and my family. I have a large family. I have 6 kids, and then we have a large family, Utah culture, right? And so it's extremely important for you to look at your current lifestyle and your current way of living to understand what is going to be best for you when picking the city. I ended up picking Queen Creek, Arizona because of the lifestyle out here and the cheaper cost of living. Scottsdale was on our bucket list or on our list of cities to look at when moving into the state, but we ended up not moving to that city just based on one, it was the median home sales price. We were not able to get the better bang for our buck in the city of Scottsdale for all of the family and kids that we have. And I wasn't even commuting to Scottsdale at that point. My job was actually in Mesa, so it didn't really make sense for me to be in a city like Scottsdale, whereas you in your current situation, it may be different. If you're commuting from Phoenix or you're commuting to Scottsdale, Tempe, then a Scottsdale location may be a little bit better than Queen Creek. And it's really important for you to determine what is going to be better. So let's dive into kind of a step-by-step breakdown between Queen Creek versus Scottsdale so you can make your educated decision. So let's start off with Queen Creek, Arizona. If you're not familiar with the area, Queen Creek is about 45 minutes southeast of central Phoenix. The home prices out here are much more affordable than what you would see in an area like North Phoenix or Scottsdale area. And you can see median home prices out here in the 400s to 500s, depending on the size of home that you're looking for. And when I say median, that means that's kind of the average. So that means that you can find homes under and above. The vibe out here in Queen Creek is very family friendly, and it is further out. So there's a lot more suburbs, but there isn't as much nightlife as you would see in a place like Scottsdale. But we weren't necessarily looking for that when we made the move, and maybe you aren't either. This is a very quiet and family-friendly area. Regarding commuting, if you're commuting to an office or not working remotely, Queen Creek is a little bit out here. It would take us about 45 minutes to 50 minutes to get to central Phoenix from Queen Creek. And so if you're working in areas like Tempe or Chandler, you do need to plan on at least a commute of 30 minutes or more, depending on the area that you're commuting to. The growth out here is massive. Queen Creek is growing so rapidly. Just based on when I moved here from 2019 up until today, the population size has increased substantially, but also the amenities. Queen Creek actually just finished one of their largest parks that includes a recreation center, a public pool just for Queen Creek residents as well, and a large park and fishing pond for residents to come and enjoy. Queen Creek is also in the middle of building a similar downtown with shops and restaurants and bars in order to have a little bit of a nightlife out here, because that is something that Queen Creek is lacking. Queen Creek is ideally for first-time home buyers as well as family-oriented buyers that are looking for a more family-oriented community and lower cost of living. Now let's dive into Scottsdale. As we know, Scottsdale is going to have some of the highest priced homes in the state of Arizona because Scottsdale is one of the most popular cities here in Arizona. It is a beautiful, beautiful city, and I love visiting Scottsdale to go play soccer and to go see the nightlife and to really just hang out in the area. However, if you are going to move to Scottsdale, you do have to plan to have a higher cost of living just based on the house that you're ending up purchasing. A house similar to the size that I have out here in Queen Creek, when I purchased it, it was about $500,000. The house, if I picked it up and moved it to Scottsdale, would actually be worth about $900,000, if not more, depending on the time frame. So when you're looking at home prices, you do have to plan to pay more and have less square footage compared to if you're planning on moving to Queen Creek. Again, the sales price median in Scottsdale, Arizona is above $1 million. Now that doesn't mean that you can't find properties below $1 million, but a lot of the times you're seeing those properties sell at premiums or higher amounts. Now the vibe in Scottsdale is unmatched. I will absolutely agree with anybody that says, hey, Queen Creek does not have a nightlife or a vibe that Scottsdale has. Absolutely 100% correct. Scottsdale has an unmatched vibe that you realistically won't get in most cities here in Arizona. Scottsdale's nightlife in like Old Town Scottsdale is something that you don't see anywhere else, even in downtown Phoenix, downtown Gilbert. It really is just a very lively and engaging place to go hang out with friends, to go have a drink, to really just enjoy your time out there. Now, the vibe is also great because there is so many different restaurants, so many different areas that you can visit and things to do in Scottsdale versus Queen Creek. You're going to have many different amenities in the town of Scottsdale versus Queen Creek, because even myself, when we are looking to do something, we're actually looking in the Scottsdale and Phoenix area, and we plan to drive about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the area, to go and visit those areas in Scottsdale. And so that is one of the benefits that you will have over Queen Creek if you choose to move to Scottsdale. Now, talking about the commute, if you're working a job in Scottsdale or Phoenix, Scottsdale area is very central. You're going to have a very minimal commute. Now the traffic can get heavy, so you have to plan on that. And there's always construction on the freeway going around that Scottsdale, Phoenix area. A lot of the higher paying jobs are going to be in that Phoenix, Scottsdale, Tempe area, and it's going to cut down on your commute. You can plan on having your commute anywhere from 5 minutes to 20 minutes, depending on where you end up working. Now, who's Scottsdale primarily for? I would say Scottsdale has a good mixture for everybody. If you have a higher net worth and you have a family, if you're a family-oriented individual, there are pockets of Scottsdale that are great for you. You just need to plan on paying more for your real estate. Now, if you're a single individual, there are great areas for rentals or to even just purchase condos for you to start your life in a great area and central area like Scottsdale. And if you're, let's say, a retired individual looking to really just have a slower way of life, there are great pockets of Scottsdale for that as well. So Scottsdale has a great mixture for the ideal person moving to that area. It really just depends on what you're looking to pay when you're moving to that area. Scottsdale is one of the most luxurious cities here in the state, and that comes with a premium price. So should you pick Queen Creek over Scottsdale? It really depends on your finances when it comes down to the brass tacks of things. If you're a higher net individual looking for a slower way of life, or maybe to live closer to the city, Scottsdale is a fantastic, luxurious area that you will be able to find that sort of lifestyle. If you are a first-time homebuyer or a really family-oriented person similar to myself and looking for that suburb lifestyle similar to what like I had in Utah or what you see in other states, Queen Creek is a fantastic area. You just have to plan for a little bit more commute to go and visit other places like Scottsdale or Phoenix. Still torn between Scottsdale or Queen Creek? Drop your question down below or schedule a time with me to discuss this utilizing the link in the description. If this video is helpful, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.